I'm Howie Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Fall Protection Distributors, and we've recently released a blog about Chief Building standing seam profiles. And what we're talking about is compatible fall protection equipment that's safe to use on their roof systems to protect both the roof metal and the workers. So if you'll jump into this blog, you'll see we go well into depth into the different products and the different panels. We talk about which gauges you can get them in, the shapes of the seams, and we'll make it very easy to identify which panel you have on the project that you're working on. So all along this article, there's several links to this roof anchor compatibility chart. That's just going to jump you down to the quick reference chart that's at the bottom of the page. So now that you know which panel you're working on, those are listed across the top. We're very compatible with their series of standing seams. So let's talk about the equipment. So starting with the seams, the SSRA1, this is available with two different types of set screws. So the standard configuration is an all stainless steel cup tip screw. This is meant for 22 gauge steel. You're going to torque these to 90 inch-pounds. So this is going to give you a single worker tie off. And with the removable D-ring, you can add adapter plates to this. We'll get into those in a minute. The other alternative is an SSRA1 nylon tip. So the nylon tip, it's the same anchor, it's just a different screw. It has the little nylon bushing in the end. And this is intended for 24 gauge steel. So we're going to use a softer bite on the seam, but we're going to use a little more torque. On this one, we're going to go 180 to 200 inch-pounds. So with either of these, we're talking about steel panels only and 22 or 24 gauge, and these are non-curved panels. So if you have a similar panel, but you have aluminum or zinc, 26 gauge steel, 29 gauge steel, or a curved panel, these are not compatible. So once you have your seam anchors in place, now you can add adapter plates. So if you need to add 10-foot walk boards, you would mount two SSRA1s about 8 feet apart. You would remove the D-rings off the top, and you would drop a pair of SSRA2 roof jacks on top, secure them, and these are adjustable for different height seams as well as different pitch roofs. So that's your 10-foot walk board. If you need 100-foot temporary horizontal lifeline, you can use two SSRA1s with the D-rings removed and mount an SSRA3 anchor plate on top of those, and you would have one of those assemblies at each end of a 100-foot rope. That 100-foot rope, we do offer a kit on our website that has 4 SSRA1s, 2 SSRA3 anchor plates, and a 100-foot temporary horizontal lifeline, and that has a built-in rope tensioner, so you can shorten that rope to any length that you need to get the task done. Now, it's going to be safe for 2 workers on that horizontal lifeline. If you have more than that on your crew, just add a couple of extra SSRA1 seam anchors. Just mount them on a seam below the rope, sort of near the work area, and once your worker gets to his work area, he can clip off the rope and into a fixed anchor point down on the seam. So we also have a industry exclusive 120-foot permanent horizontal lifeline. That's a galvanized steel cable. You've got 5-inch risers. It's made exclusively for standing seam roofs. You got seam clamps, base plates, and 5-inch riser posts. So that's another that might work for you if you need a permanent solution with a horizontal lifeline. Now, an alternative product is the Ridge Pro. The Ridge Pro, it's a great product. It's intended for 612 to 1212 pitch roofs, but it doesn't have to be a metal roof. They're a great first man up product, but it mounts on the end of a 16-foot pole. You would climb a ladder, use the 16-foot pole to run it up the roof, flip it over the peak, and it now has secured a vertical lifeline that's attached to your harness. So as soon as you step from the ladder to the roof, you're already tied off. You can do your inspection, do your repair, safely get back to the ladder and get to the ground, and you stay tied off the entire time. So that's the Ridge Pro. So if you have a question about any of these products or any of Chief's panels, give us a call. Phone number's at the top of the page. support@fallpd.com is our email, or you can click this little blue button in the bottom right corner, and that is our live chat. Just let us know how we can help you.